I was thinking about Paul's words in Ephesians chapter 6, how he tells us to put on the whole armor of God that we may be able to withstand all the wiles of the devil. And that word is interesting. Wiles in the Greek, it's the word methodos, and it's a compound word of two Greek words. The first one is meta, and the other one is hados. And one Greek scholar says the word meta is a preposition that means with, and the word hados is the word that you would use to say the word road. So it basically means when you put them together with a road or with a destiny. So if you look at the word methodos and you see it spelled out in the English language, it's actually where we get the word method from. And so essentially Paul is saying, put on the whole armor of God that we may be able to withstand all the methods of the devil. But again, that word still isn't strong enough to really convey what Paul is trying to get across to us. So again, the real meaning or the literal meaning of the word wiles in Greek literally means with a road, which seems strange when we compare it with what Paul is trying to say. So what exactly does the word methodos mean, or methodos? Basically, think about if you're going on a road trip. The logical thing is you would make a plan. You're not just wandering different places mindlessly. Some people do that. But for the most part, when we're taking a road trip, the smartest thing to do is to have a map. Make sure you have your route mapped out. Everything is in order. You've thought it through very strategically, and you know that you have an end in sight. So with that thought in mind, Satan is very much the same. He is not a mindless wanderer. He is very strategic in his planning. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and he knows exactly how to do it. He's been at it for a very long time, and so there's no wonder that people are allowing Satan to rob them of their victory, rob them of their joy, because he's very skillful in the way he does things. And sadly, a lot of Christians and people today are very unwise in warfare and unwise in knowing how exactly to apply the armor of God so that they can withstand the wiles of the devil. However, what is Satan's destination? What is his end goal, so to speak? Paul answers that question for us in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, where he tells us that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Devices in the Greek is another interesting word. It's noemata, and one form of that word is the word nous, which refers to the mind. Both words refer to the mind and intellect and whatnot. So in one sense, Paul is saying that we're not ignorant of Satan's ways of thinking. However, the word noemata also denotes Satan's insidious plot to fill our minds with confusion. So if we want to know exactly what Satan's end goal is and where he desires to go, it's our minds to fill it with confusion, with worry, with doubt, with fear, essentially everything that's not of God. That's exactly what he wants to do, to wreak havoc in our minds. But again, don't be discouraged. Don't be fearful of these things. If we get into the Word of God, Paul wrote to Timothy and says, and he wrote to him and told him, knowing the Scriptures that are able to make thee wise unto salvation. Get in the Word of God. It's able to help us. It's able to make us wise so that we know exactly how to combat the devices of Satan. Be encouraged. May the Lord bless you.